Happy new month to you guys, the 1st of August. We are in the second month of the second half of 2023. The days are running pretty fast. I hope your year has been good so far. Let me know how the year 2023 has been for you. Today, what happened the birthday of Junior Agogo? Continue resting in peace, King Junior Agogo. May your soul rest in perfect peace. Today, we're going to talk about Akonnor versus the sports ministry. After yesterday, I brought you that story of Akonnor denying that he had not been paid the $100,000 the Minister of Youth and Sports claimed. The ministry brought out an emphatic statement detailing how much money Akonnor received and the amount he received and at what point in time he received all those monies. We're going to look at the details of that story today. We're also going to talk about Jeremy Doku, plays for Belgium currently. He is a person of interest for Manchester City after the departure of Riyad Mahrez. It's going to be interesting to see who whether they're going for the Ghanaian-born Belgian player. He has already played for Belgium and that ship has already sailed. But we'll also talk about, speaking of Jeremy Doku, we'll talk about players Coach Chris Hughton, as aware the Black Stars have been pursuing for a while now. He spoke about it in an interview, talking about Nketiah and Hudson Odoi. He's a person of interest for them. And touch on Ajax and Kudus Mohammed and all the news about his transfer in between. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more. So we'll start off from the camp of Coach Chris Hughton and his comments on the nationality switches for Hudson Odoi and Nketiah. He commented on the ongoing efforts to convince the English players. The Ghana Football Association has been long interested in having the dual switching nationalities to play for Ghana, particularly ahead of the World Cup in 2022. Unfortunately, it did not happen for Hudson Odoi and Nketiah. Tariq Lamptey, Iñaki Williams, Patrick Fiver and co were able to do that. Addressing the situation, Hughton explained, particularly, I think it's understandable because I was born in England to an Irish mother and a Ghanaian father. Nketiah and Hudson Odoi are players that have played for England for the underage national teams. So some of these are understandable. The coach emphasized that the dialogue with the players began long before he came on and are still ongoing. The decision, however, he says, ultimately rests on the players. He praised the talent of Nketiah and Hudson Odoi and said he hopes they find regular playing time this season. And as we already know, Hudson Odoi himself is without a club. Chelsea are looking to offload him. Nketiah is not a regular for Arsenal. Well, he was last season, but injuries did not help him. So these guys, if we are basing call-ups on merit, probably don't deserve one. And Chris Hughton is certainly saying that in this interview updates. So the back and forth between Akonnor and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Yesterday, Akonnor in an interview with Graphic Sports emphatically stated that the ministry had not paid him the amount the Minister of Youth and Sports said in that press briefing, $100,000. According to Akonnor, he had been paid some amount of money, but nothing close to what was being stated there. The Ministry of Youth and Sports, as a result of what Akonnor said, put out this communique to quell all those rumors there. They said the ministry has published a detailed payment made to former Ghana Black Stars manager Charles Kwabla Akonnor since his contract as coach of the senior national team was terminated. And details show that the four payments have been made to the former gaffer between 2021 October and July 2023, with the cumulative sum going up to $238,108. The statement dated 31st July noted that there was an outstanding payment of $200,000 yet to be settled per the terms of the agreement. I'll run you through the breakdown given by the Ministry of Youth and Sports concerning Coach Akonnor and the Monies he has received so far. They said the attention of the ministry has been drawn to publications, the media, regarding an amount of money owed the former coach. In response to the claims made by Mr. C.K. Akonnor in the said publications, the ministry would like to clarify the details of the payment transactions. Upon the termination of his contract, C.K. Akonnor was paid 318,378 Ghana cedis, equivalent of $54,054 at a rate of 5.89. This payment was disbursed on 22nd October 2021. And now on 10th February 2022, he received an amount of 335,675.71 pesos, Ghana cedis, equivalent of $54,054.06 at a rate of 6.21. Now, on the 12th of January 2023, he was also paid another 860,000 Ghana cedis, equivalent of 100,000, and it was disbursed at a rate of 8.60. On July 27th, an amount of $30,000 was paid by check, which he declined, requested for a bank transfer. The said transfer was effected on 31st July 2023. That was just yesterday. An amount of $508,108.12 has been paid since, leaving an outstanding balance of $220,000. A contractual agreement was that this was going to be paid. Ministry also alluded to the fact that there have been constraints with monies that had been flowing in to make these payments possible, so they had delayed in some of the payments to the coach, and rightly so. But for CK to say that it was not $100,000 and the ministry to come out and say this, probably, I don't know, maybe CK will respond. But if you can look at it closely, maybe CK was referring to the $54,000 that was paid him, and because the minister said immediately he left they gave him that, it wasn't immediate, it came in tranches. Probably, I think this where to end, because the back and forth is not healthy for any future relationship CK would want to have for the Ghana football and everything in between. So I think this is where it went. I think it's understandable. But if CK has something else to say further, I think the means are available, as he did with the graphic sports there. Jeremy Doku is a possible replacement being looked at by Manchester City for Riyad Mahrez following the departure of the Algerian winger Riyad Mahrez to Saudi Arabian side Al Ahly Saudi. Manchester City have targeted Belgian youngster Jeremy Doku as one of the replacements for the Algerian skipper. Now, according to football transfer expert Fabrizio, the 21-year-old has registered 11 goals and 10 assists in 19 appearances for the French Liga side Stade Rennes. Doku has been added to the list together with Crystal Palace Michael Olise as replacements for Mahrez. However, Doku could become the lone front runner to sign for the Champions League winners, treble winners last season, with Chelsea sharing keen interest in Olise. Following his impressive stint with Rennes, Doku has also impressed for the Belgian national team. So Jeremy Doku to Manchester City. We'll see how that story unfolds. Kudus Mohammed also, his transfer has stalled a bit. The news coming in from there has been few and far between. A couple of days ago, I gave you the story about Ajax acknowledging the interest in Kudus, another player from their camp. However, they would want to get adequate replacements for them. Kudus Mohammed to Chelsea has been the news getting to the latter end of July. Nothing concrete yet, not even an official bid from Chelsea yet. Interest has been shown, but no bid made to Ajax yet to show their seriousness. Makes you wonder if this deal will probably come through. But Kudus is keen on leaving. He has not signed a contract extension, so we wait to see what unfolds in this transfer saga between Kudus and Chelsea here. That has been it for today. Talking to you about CK Akonnor versus the Ministry of Youth and Sports, clarification given by the ministry following CK's interview about him not receiving $100,000 as the minister had indicated. According to what the ministry revealed and made open to the public, it is left with just $220,000 to complete the payments owed CK Akonnor. A lot of money, but hopefully they do that in the coming days. Also, we've been talking about Kudus Mohammed's transfer to Chelsea. Has it stalled? No news on that front yet. And Jeremy Doku, a possible replacement along with Olise for Riyad Mahrez, who has left the Saudi League. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great week.